Hey guys, what's going on? This is Drew from Drew and Sky. This time on this video, we're going to be working with the WORKSHARP Precision Adjust knife sharpener. As you can see, I already have it out of the box, and the box is kind of banged up. This wouldn't be the first time that I've used it. I've had this for a while. I used to keep it on the truck with me when I was driving truck, and it kept knives sharpened on the truck for me. Some of the other truckers would come by sometimes, and I would sharpen knives for them, at least get it, to something serviceable. Trying to think what else. We're going to sharpen a knife on it today. We're going to show you how it works. I'm going to show you the things that I like about it, things I don't like. And if you have any comments, definitely leave them in the comment section. If you like this video, if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. Let's get started, huh? So this is what it looks like when it's all put together. It comes in 4 pieces. This slides up into a little slot, a hole right up in here. And there we go. And this moves around. And it's just held up there magnetically. You have this, this opens up and it grabs a hold of your knife. And this rotates. So you put it in, there's a spot in the back, you push, and you flip your knife. So you can flip it back and forth. The one thing about this that I don't like is it doesn't always stay. The magnets aren't very strong. I mean, I can just pull it out with just a little bit. So if you're putting pressure down with this and you're doing that, it can move it around. And that's one thing about it that I don't care for. This your base goes like this. Right here you have your angles or your edges, what you want to have for a degree on your edge, from 30 degrees all the way down to 15 degrees for maybe some kind of kitchen cutlery or something like that. I prefer most of my knives to have a 20-degree edge. The knife that we're going to be using today, I'm going to be doing it at a 25-degree edge. So let's get this thing put back together and let's get some sharpening done. So to put this in, there's a little slot right here, and it fits right in here like so. And then I just pop it into place like so. I will take this, put that into place, and there you go. Now the knife that I'm going to be sharpening today is actually the very first knife that I ever made. I've used it a ton on different things. I want to make a leather sheath for it. I need to clean it up some because it has been out in the elements and it has gotten a little bit rusty, but here it is. This is the 001, I call it, because it was the first knife that I ever made. I had no idea what I was doing, none whatsoever. I watched a couple YouTube videos and I watched Forged in Fire. I said, hey, that's neat, I'll try it. This was made out of leaf spring from a Ford Ranger that a buddy of mine gave me, and I ground it down because it was probably 4 times the thickness that is left with the spine. And I actually heated this up in a forge made from an old grill, some Kingsford charcoal, and a hairdryer. And I ground all this out. I think I had an angle grinder too. That was the other thing that I used on this. It's a comfortable knife. I like it, and it's served me well. But like the scales are actually just this is maple. The scales are made from maple, which I was driving a logging truck, and there was a branch that was on a logging truck that I cut off, and I took that and made scales out of that piece of maple. I do need to clean this up, but I am going to sharpen this for the video, and when I get a chance to get back to my grinder and everything like that, I'm going to go ahead and clean this blade up a little bit. I might put a patina on it as well. As you can see, like there's different edges. There's a lot of grind marks everywhere, but it has served me quite well. It's one of my favorite knives that I have, not just because I made it, but also because of the shape of it, and I've used it quite a bit for a lot of things. So you put your knife in like so, and then you just tighten it up with this. Now, what I was telling you before is this thing, when you put a little pressure on it, you can see that it wiggles. I really wish that WORKSHARP would come up with a better way of taking care of that to make it more secure. On here, we have 3 different stones. This is a 320 grit. The next is a 600 grit. And then we have this very, very fine finishing edge, which, I mean, it feels so smooth you can hardly tell there's any grit on it. But we will start with this 320 grit and work our way down. So from what I've seen from other people on here, what the process you should use is, and this is how I've seen it, just up and down. Like so. And as you see, if you're watching closely, just me touching this, you can see the whole apparatus. It just bends, and I don't like that. I wish there was something a little bit more stable and secure. I may have to see if I can do some modifications to this to make it a little better. And as you can see, I've put a little bit of, you can see the scoring right there on the edge, and I've put some new scoring on here. Now if you look right here, this blade actually has just the slightest of a recurve, which is not intentional. If you saw the pictures as I was making this, and I took pictures along the way, this was straight across, and it came out about this much further. But because I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm just grinding along on a 4-inch sander, I didn't have any idea. So Now to turn this over, there's a spot on the back. I'm going to take this out just to, but there is right here. You push this in and your knife turns over like so. I'm going to do the same thing going the other way. One reason I put a 25-degree angle on my edge on this knife is it's a very thick knife down at the edge, and it is a convex edge, which it's not really intentional, but it's not unintentional. It's just I didn't really, like I said, I was new to the game and had no idea. If I were to make one now, I don't think that I would have that type of edge on it. I thought about remaking this knife again. I actually, before I put the scales on it, I did cut out a template of what this knife is supposed to look like, and I labeled it, so if I ever want to make it again, I can. So there is an edge on this side as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump ahead. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Well, for you it'll be a few seconds. I'm going to go ahead and finish sharpening this and get it down to the final edge, and then we'll jump back into video, because you don't need to watch me for the next 30 minutes trying to get this. So we'll see you in just a second. So we're just finishing this up. It's been, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, something like that. And looks like I'm getting a fairly decent edge on this. I hope that this is going to work. Like I said, I'm not the best at sharpening knives. I'm okay, and I'm always looking for ways to improve. And like I said earlier, and you can see right now, I have the fine finishing edge on here. If you have used this or something like this in the past, and you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section, and I would be happy to take those under advisement. This is all kind of, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, but in a way it really doesn't matter a whole lot, because I'm going to be trying to refinish the whole blade anyway. Try to get these rust spots off of here. Got a little bit of a burr on it. Hold on one second. We're just going to hit it with a strop a little bit. let's see how she... It's still not very sharp. I can still feel a little bit of a burr on this thing. I can tell you this, that I can feel it, and it's pretty sharp. It's not gonna, well, let's see. Yeah, it'll cut hair. Can you see it? So I'm pleased with it. I'm going to put it back in this crappy sheath that I got for it. And something that I kind of just threw together for it. So that's it. That's the WORKSHARP Precision Adjust. If you like the content of the video, let me know. If not, let me know. I'm trying to work to get better at it. It's definitely not going to slice paper with this thing. At least not this one, which is a handmade. You know, maybe I should try something that is a production model and see how it goes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and come check me out. I'm putting out videos right now. I'm downloading a lot of, or uploading a lot of videos because I had a bunch. I also have some travel type stuff that I did with Sky when we were out on the road. I'm trying to figure out my GoPro and how to upload photos from my GoPro to put on YouTube and get them edited. So stay tuned. There's more content to come, and it's not all just about knives. It's going to be about a bunch of different things as well. Until next time, this is Drew from Drew and Sky, saying to all my Drew tubers out there, we'll catch you next time.